Why do some people have a fast metabolism and some people have a slow metabolism? I'm glad you asked. And it's a really good question. Some of it has to do with genetics. Some of it has to do with how much we move. A lot of it has to do with the kind of food that we eat. And that all ties together with the main reason, and that is the condition of your mitochondria. What are mitochondria? Glad you asked that too. Mitochondria are these little organelles inside your cells. Every cell has them, and they're kind of like the little energy engines inside that cell. And there's three main things that these little energy engines need to run: oxygen, water, and fuel. Now, oxygen is kind of a fuel, but they're using that as a mixture to burn their preferred fuel source, which is fat. Mitochondria will burn carbohydrates. They prefer to burn the slow kind of carbohydrates, like the carbohydrates that come from broccoli, for instance, or other green vegetables. But if they have to, they'll burn sugar as a fuel source. But they don't like to, because it's a dirty fuel, and there's lots of waste products that come from burning dirty fuel like sugar. And when I say sugar, I'm talking about starches too, like the pastas and the bread and stuff like that, because it's all sugar. So how do you get your mitochondria to burn fat? Well, you get them healthy, you get more of them, and you give them fat. Not just any fat though. Trans fats, for instance, are another dirty fuel. Pure organic coconut oil, on the other hand, is what they love burning. Omega-3 fats are another favorite of the mitochondria. Conjugated linoleic acid, like you find in grass-fed butter. Pure olive oil is another good example that hasn't been used for cooking, because then it turns into trans fat. Why water? Well, because our cells are 60% or more water, so it makes sense that they need the main ingredient that they're made of. Why oxygen? Well, because cells need that too, and if they don't get it, then the burn mixture becomes too rich. Kind of like a car. If the car doesn't get air, it can't burn the fuel inside the pistons to give you power. Plus, these cells need oxygen even for survival. We can't make it more than 4 minutes without oxygen, and we can't make it more than 4 days without water. So it makes a lot of sense that those would be two key ingredients. So how do you get water to your mitochondria? Drink it. Clean water, preferably, like spring water or filtered water, especially a filter that gets the fluoride out. Fluoride, it's not actually fluoride, but don't get me started. That's a whole nother video and a whole big huge can of worms. And how do you get oxygen to your little mitochondria engines? Move. Easy exercise is okay. Moderate exercise is better. High intensity exercise is best. As you might be able to guess, the more intense the exercise, the more you're going to be breathing, and the harder you breathe, the more oxygen you get to them. So that's why exercise like xgym is so darn good for your mitochondria. And guess what else? As you breathe real hard and you exert yourself, you add more muscle. And guess what comes with those new muscle fibers? More mitochondria. So now you're making the ones you already have really happy and healthy. Plus, you're adding more. So that's why gaining muscle, especially high quality muscle with lots of mitochondria in them, raises your metabolism. And because the mitochondria's preferred fuel source is fat, it turns you into a fat burner, especially when you give the mitochondria the fat that they want. So this is why drinking water helps increase your metabolism, and why activity and exercise helps increase your metabolism, and why eating fat, especially the right kinds of fat, you put those three things together, boom, you got a higher metabolism. But if you walk around dehydrated all the time, you're sedentary all day, and you're eating sugar, dirty fuel, your mitochondria are going to be sick. So now you got this really low metabolism, gain fat real easy, because you're not burning any, and you're getting disease because your mitochondria are sick. Unfortunately, most Americans do the opposite of what they should be doing to increase their mitochondria health. And that's why they're all so overweight and sick and whining about how sick and tired they are of being sick and tired all the time. Some people genetically have more mitochondria than other people, and I know it's not fair. We all know those skinny people that can eat anything and get away with it and just stay lean. But that doesn't keep up forever, because yeah, they might have some extra mitochondria thanks to their parents, but they're making those mitochondria less and less healthy every day with those Cheetos and TV and all the wrong things. And so pretty soon down the road, they're getting sick and they're feeling cruddy. And it all comes down to the mitochondria and all the other organs. See my video on Redline. I might even put a little link down there to that video, but I might not. Might make you look it up and hunt for it. Then it might be more special. Nah, I'll just put a link. So now you know. Now you know what to do. Now you do it. Do it.